What's up guys, it's me Jeremy. So today we're going to be taking a look at another group of canceled skins. Anyways, we're going to jump right into it, so if you guys enjoyed the video, definitely hit that like button and let's get started. So first on our list we have a skin called Grenade Ziggs. And in this skin, Ziggs would trade out his Hex-Tech bombs for something a little bit more futuristic, actual grenades. And it's kind of like the Special Forces Gangplank skin that kind of just like scraps the pirate theme for GP to make him look like a real soldier. And Grenade Ziggs kind of does like the same thing, giving him like this heavy duty military gear along with some camo, some face paint to make sure he looks the part. And it's actually really cool and definitely works for Ziggs' character. And it was originally once in development when Ziggs was being created and they decided to scrap the concept. Next up, we've got SKT T1 Sivir, and there was originally a little bit of an outcry from the player base when the latest SKT skins were announced, since they weren't really anything all that impressive, honestly, and not to mention that Easyhoon didn't even get one originally, and SKT1 Sivir was actually created and eventually not released, since Bang, the AD carry for SKT, actually made a big deal that he wanted Kalista instead of Sivir as the champion to get his commemorative skin for, and the fans as well really backed him behind that. And because of the community feedback, the community response upon the original announcement of the SKT skins, Riot went back to the drawing board, just revamped all the skins, improved all of them, and designed new ones for Kalista for Bang and Azir for Easyhoon to keep everyone happy, and the Sivir skin ended up getting cancelled. For our next cancel skin, we're taking a look at something that actually has a lot more potential to be released in the future than maybe some of the other skins on our list. And on Riot Meddler's Q&A a couple years ago, he was asked why Vel'Koz's first skin was one from the Battlecast series instead of one from the other popular Void themes like Deep Sea or Jurassic. And Riot Meddler said that they did actually look at those skins as options, but they did visual mockups for all three, and Battlecast was definitely the one that fit Vel'Koz's personality the best, and it also gave them the chance to do some really awesome visuals. And even if the Battlecast skin was the best at the time, they decided not to go through with the Deep Sea or Jurassic skins, and since it's been such a long time since Vel'Koz's release, it does lead us to believe that those skins were cancelled, although there is still a lot of potential for a Deep Sea or a Jurassic skin for Vel'Koz in the future, and that's always cool to think about. And there's a lot of cool design space that you could explore in just like a flying tentacle monster, really, so who knows? So for our next cancelled skin, unfortunately, there's not really all that information. There's not really any pictures or anything like that. And it was a fire-themed Morgana skin that was actually discovered when people were data mining through the game files, and it was labeled as just Skin 6, and apparently had a bunch of assets revolving around it that implied a fire theme. So although we don't really know what it looked like, it is a pretty cool concept, and that sort of, fire theme Morgana could honestly be really awesome, and Morgana's Tormented Soil would definitely be a really cool ability to have fire effects on, something like the floor is lava kind of thing. That could definitely be super cool to play with, but unfortunately, the skin has officially been cancelled. For our next skin, it's something that I am unfortunately very sad about. It's some pretty bad news, to be honest, and it's a skin that we actually talked about in a previous video about potential future skins, which was Dragon Master Swain. So in a previous video, I predicted that this skin was something that could possibly be made in the future, and a while back, Riot actually confirmed that this skin had unfortunately been cancelled. And since there were so many Rioter quotes where they were just saying like, this skin's gonna happen for sure, this skin is definitely going to be made, I'm not gonna quit making skins until this skin gets made, stuff like that. And then unfortunately something came that we didn't want to hear, and delay after delay. Dragon Master Swain had a small glimmer of hope to finally be made in 2015, but it wasn't able to happen, and it's not going to get made in 2016 either, and for now it's been officially cancelled, unfortunately, despite the fact that multiple writers are quoted for saying that this skin was going to happen 100%. So I guess we can maybe hold on to the hope that this epic concept's gonna get once again revived in the future, but for now, the dream of Dragon Master Swain, which was the skin that I was honestly looking forward to the most out of all of them probably, well, that dream is dead. Next up, we actually found a quote from Riot Ezreal back in 2010 for a skin that we still haven't seen being made, which is Hex-Tech Aurelia. So he confirmed that Hex-Tech Aurelia would be in the works at the time, but instead of using like more of a Hex-Tech theme rather than, just straight up copying other games' art pieces. But because this was so long ago, this was 6 years ago, it's pretty much entirely certain that Hex-Tech Aurelia has been cancelled, since Riot doesn't really take that long to work on things. But unfortunately, since it's just been so dang long, Hex-Tech Aurelia probably doesn't have very little hope for the future. So for our next skin on the list, I have to admit, it's not something that's been canceled. Kind of, it's really just not something that's confirmed to be canceled, but just some information about Jin skins in development that haven't been released yet. However, the thing is though, with all of the concepts shared behind Jin skins, and the fact that Jin hasn't really received a skin in forever, really leads us to believe that maybe not all, but definitely some of these designs ended up getting cancelled. And we've got some writer quotes on the situation saying that they had ideas for a project skin for Jin as well as an arcade skin for Jin, but they had been saved for the future. So those ones certainly are not cancelled, and we could definitely see a project or perhaps an arcade Jin skin in the future. But in the run-up to release, they actually thought about Arctic Ops Jin as well as Mafia Jin alongside the High Noon skin for his release skin, since they wanted something that would sort of reinforce his base fantasy without needing crazy visual effects or maybe audio changes. And you know, it does definitely look like Project Jin or maybe Arcade Jin could definitely come in the future, but at the same time that also means we're probably never going to see Arctic Ops Jin or Mafia Jin skins, since they ended up just deciding to go with High Noon Jin, and they don't really need another basic skin for him. And those are two skins that have been cancelled, but as well some hints at some Jin skins that we might see in the future, and I'm definitely looking forward to Project Jin. Oh man, that one's gonna be super cool. And looks like that's gonna be it for me. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like, subscribe if you want. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.